Moving on to other news now, 19 people died after a collision between a minibus, taxi and a truck on the West Rand on Sunday. Traffic volumes are expected to increase on the country's major routes as we approach the festive season. Roadblocks are also expected in all provinces. Well, for more on that, we're joined in studio by Mr. Obed Sibasa. He's the spokesperson of the Gauteng Traffic, and he joins us now. Good afternoon, Mr. Sibasa, and thank you for your time on the News Today desk.
Good afternoon, Tracy.
Let's talk about that devastating crash on the R28, I believe. A co-op investigation is being conducted by the Road Traffic Management Corporation for what we understand is a major culpable road crime crash at this point. What can you tell us?
Yes, it was. It is, in fact, sad to say, you know, we lost 19 people perished from one accident, which, you know, following a crash between a taxi and a truck. The people that, you know, passed on were traveling from Sebokeng to a church in Carltonville, and the truck was moving from Jagersfontein Road, that is transporting cooking oil, to Sasolburg. And when the collision occurred, unfortunately the truck driver tried to avoid the accident. The taxi, after tire burst, you know, rolled several times, crashed the truck and, you know, landed on the side of the road. 19 people were all over the road, and yeah, the 19 were confirmed dead. 3 were airlifted to Chris Hanibara. 2 were taken to a nearby hospital in Carltonville.
This crash really comes as the Department of Transport is engaged in its festive season road campaign. Then we just saw the recent Road Safety Summit held this month. We see such programs, annual programs every year, Mr. Sibasa. Where are we falling short?
To be honest, we have started with our integrated festive season ops plan. We also be looking at pedestrian, you know, with regard to, you know, a number of them dying on our roads. Yes. We are going to work as a collective together to ensure that we minimize or reduce fatalities on our roads. The target is 10% until 2019. That's according to the Decade of Action 2011-2020. And as far as we are concerned, it is, yes, unfortunate. We started a week on a very, very bad note by, you know, losing 19 people on Gauteng's roads.
All right. We want commuters reaching their destinations in a reasonable time, in a reliable manner. What are your plans to manage traffic flow during this peak festive season?
Firstly, if you look at the population of Gauteng, or the vehicle population, we've got 4.5 million as per NATIS, that is the National Traffic Information System. And, you know, quite a number of road users. It is festive season. It is a period characterized by, you know, demand for traveling, transportation of people and goods from you know, points of origin to various destinations utilizing road traffic, in fact, modes. Now, our objective is simple, is to ensure that we reduce these fatalities. Now, how? The question is, the answer is yes, we will ensure that we mount K78 as well as roving roadblocks. Number 2, we will ensure that we operate 24/7 to ensure that people that avoid us during the day, they will also find us at night. We will also, you know, encourage road users to comply, promote road safety. And now, how do we promote road safety? We are out already. Our road safety unit, that is the education desk, is out visiting churches, bus, taxi ranks, you know, bus companies, educating road users on issues of road safety, how to conduct yourself in a proper and correct manner.
And that's just it, Mr. Sibasa, because we can have the best law enforcement, heightened police visibility, 24/7, like you're mentioning, but it's actually drivers' attitudes and behavior that's pivotal. When it comes to things like road courtesy, patience, what have you observed about our motorist attitudes thus far?
Definitely good question, and I also agree with you to say, you see, if you look at, you know, factors that contribute to fatalities or crashes on our roads, one, it's, you know, what we call user road behavior, which is your human behavior. Number 2, vehicle fitness. Number 3 is road environment. Our challenge is this human behavior. That is where we have got, I mean, it accounts for 80% of fatalities on our road. If you can get drivers to drive in a considerate manner, if you can have drivers that are going to drive at, you know, the prescribed speed limit, if you can get drivers that are going to drive sober, then at the end of the day, we'll have less problems on our roads. But drivers that are going to drive at excessive speed for the circumstance, that are going to overload, drivers that are going to drive drunk, drivers drivers that are going to drive recklessly. Obviously, we are going to encounter challenges. And unfortunately, we'll have to do our work. We are not going to negotiate law enforcement. We will lock them up. The 3 are for which a driver is immediately arrested. And we are saying, please, let's work together. Let's comply and respect the rules of the road.
Thank you, Mr. Sibasa. Definitely some good advice for our road users out there. That was Mr. Obed Sibasa, spokesperson of the Gauteng Traffic Police.